Let me go. Stop.
Dude, leave me alone.
We do want to issue a warning for this story. Newly released video of a reality TV couple's violent interaction is exposing a real issue that isn't discussed enough.
Yeah, this season's Bachelorette over on ABC, Taylor Frankie Paul has been pulled from the lineup after that video has been leaked, showing her assaulting her male partner and beating him with a chair, all in front of her daughter.
It's raising questions about domestic violence against men and the silent struggles they face.
Michael Sandlin joining us in studio after talking with a domestic violence shelter earlier. So, Michael, why do leaders say that violence against men isn't talked about as much?
Well, Jeff, that video that we were airing there is 3 years old. Paul pleaded guilty to aggravated assault and has been serving probation, but she still was able to get on the show. And this situation is getting new and increased attention with this video. Leaders at the Cocoon and BG say these kinds of things happen because of the stigmas around gender. Men should be strong and silent. So when a relationship puts a man in a role where they feel weak, often it slips through the cracks.
I think we typically think of, women as the ones that are experiencing the violence and men as the ones that are perpetrating the violence. I think we also think that it doesn't occur that routinely or that regularly. And it happens so much more than I think that even most of us are aware of.
1 in 7 men will experience domestic violence in their lifetime, says Cocoon director Kathy Mull. She's seen their stories firsthand, and in many cases, Mull says it starts with the power dynamic that becomes unbalanced.
And so typically what that means is that there's one individual in the relationship that is creating spaces where they can gain and maintain control over their partner, really isolating their partner from friends, families, activities, wanting to know who are you talking to, why are you talking to them, how long are you going to be gone, I want to see who are you texting on your phone, the name calling, the put downs.
And sometimes, like in the case of Paul, it can even escalate to physical violence.
Yeah, see, Taylor, this is all you do. It's the only thing you know how to do is hurt me.
But Mull says when it comes to male victims, often their friends, family, and even themselves don't want to admit when the situation is actually getting bad.
Men feel like they have to be the strong ones in the relationship. They have to be the breadwinners in the relationship. If you sort of think what we talk about of kind of these traditional gender roles. And so I think sometimes when they find themselves in a position where they can't, participate in those roles, or they feel like that they're not able to, I think that sometimes that comes with a little bit of an extra level of shame.
But Mull says there's no shame in seeking help, regardless of gender. And she says there's always someone out there who's willing to listen.
We will believe you, if you come forward and share that these things are happening in your relationship.
And a final note, Paul was beating her boyfriend in front of her daughter. Now, I asked Mull about the impact of seeing that kind of violence when a child is in the room. She says, well, it's not a guarantee that that child will become a victim or a perpetrator in the future. It does increase the chances. If you need help, regardless of gender, call the Cocoon at the number on your screen. In studio, I'm Michael Sandlin for WTOL 11.